What's up, guys? Eric Prairie, Focus Fishing Guide Service, Table Rock Fishing Intel. Got another video fishing report for you for Table Rock. It is Wednesday, November 29th. Sorry about last week. Holiday, family stuff. Just didn't have a chance to do anything as far as a video is concerned. But to get on the water a couple times last week and just got off the water today. Was out yesterday, so I've got a pretty good idea what's going on with some of the bites right now. As far as our lake level is concerned, we're at 911.85. So starting December 1st, so in 2 days, that would put us 3.5 feet low versus 5.5 feet low. So no matter how you slice it, the lake's low. Water temperature, it's finally dropping. Saw a lot of 57s and 58s today, a couple of 59s, right around 58 degrees is pretty much the average all over the lake. But the bite is changing, fish are moving. We've got a deep bite starting to set up, but we'll get into that. Best way to know, of course, best way to stay on top of it, become a pro member of Table Rock Fishing Intel and get all those daily, weekly, monthly reports, all that information that we get out to you guys on a regular basis. We should have the Oak Outdoors results and interviews probably Monday. So we'll have that since that's happening this weekend. So we got a lot of stuff coming down the pipe. Even though it's a little bit colder, even though things aren't really busy on the lake, we are getting you guys some information. As far as the bites that are working, like I said, we do have a deep bite that's really starting to set up, our normal late fall, early winter deep bite. It's a little bit different. I can tell you the key right now, at least the key for me, is finding shad. I can find a lot of fish, like out on Main Lake Flats out there in that 45 to 65 foot range, but they're a lot harder to get to bite if you don't have any shad around. The best bite I had today and yesterday, as far as a deep bite is concerned, was about a third to halfway back into the creeks. Bigger creeks like Mill Creek or Fisher Creek or Cow Creek, those sort of things. Third to about halfway back. The overall depth really does not seem to matter, but it seems like the fish and the shad, the bulk of them are in that 40 to 60 foot range. And if I can find those bigger schools of shad, I can usually get bit around them. Trees help, but they're not necessary. And the other thing to keep your eye out for, the other thing to keep a watch for while you're looking, you'll see these groups of, they're basically like wolf packs of 8 to about 15 fish. Those fish are extremely active. If you see those fish, make sure you try to target those. Make sure if you're dropping on them, you try to get right over top of them and drop on them. If you're casting to them, make sure you cast to them, because those fish are a lot more active and are feeding a lot better than a lot of the other fish that are out there right now. As far as baits on that, I'm using a scuba spoon, I'm using the LS spin, using a Demiki rig, using a drop shot, using a jigging wrap. Probably my best bait today was a Demiki rig, but yesterday was the LS spin. So kind of changes day to day. We had a little bit more cloud cover yesterday, a little bit cooler. And I really think that LS spin made a big difference yesterday, just with that cooler temperatures, cloud cover. Fish seem to be chasing a little bit better yesterday than they were today. Other bites that are working, I did catch a few on a shaky head and a spider jig. Most of those were smallmouth, and most of those have been 12 to about 20 foot deep, sometimes a little bit shallower, but it really seems like 12 to 20 is the magic depth. Gravel and rock mix points. On the ends of channel swing seems to be better back into the creeks or on the main lake. I almost want to say I'm getting better bites when I'm back in the creeks on those secondary points versus being on the main lake, but I have caught a few on the main lake, either throwing a shaky head with like a Magnum finesse worm or a Senko or something like that on it, or I'm throwing the Pee-wee spider jig in 7/16 with a either a VersaCraw or a speed craw on the back of it, working it slow. The other key to that bite has really been wood. Having standing timber, brush piles, something like that, some sort of wood really seems to be holding those fish. So if you're on those secondary points and it's clean, you don't have any wood on it, you're not going to get near the bites as you're going to get if you go hit a point that's got some wood, some standing timber, some brush piles, that sort of thing. The other bite that's been working kind of off and on. It was pretty good today with the wind we had and good yesterday with the wind and the cloud cover. Over the weekend, it wasn't so good because we didn't really have the wind. but has been with a crankbait, either a wiggle wart or a rock crawler, channel swing banks, especially the ends of the channel swing banks, back in the creeks, that ledgy stuff that's at the end of those channel swings. It's been holding some better fish, both smallmouth, largemouth, even caught some spots up there doing that. So keep a crankbait on the deck. Keep that in mind if you're going to go try to fish shallow this weekend. Guys, we are almost done with November. Water temperature's finally starting to set up. We're starting to see some deep fish show up. I think that deep bite's really going to kick in probably within the next week, 2 weeks at the most. Again, we're about 2 to 3 weeks behind, but I really think that deep bite's going to get really good. If you want to learn that deep bite, now's the time to give me a call. We can get a date set up and go out, and I can show you what I'm looking for, what I'm looking for in my electronics, what I'm looking for as far as the fish are concerned, where you're finding the bait, that sort of thing. It's a great way if you want to learn how to fish deep to do it right now, because we're going to find fish and we're going to catch fish right now versus different times of the year. But also remember, join Table Rock Fishing Intel as a pro member, and you can get all those daily reports, weekly reports, get a lot of that information just by being a pro member, not just for this season, but throughout the whole year. So keep that in mind as well. But if you're coming down, you want to hire a guide, give me a call. It's Focus Fishing Guide Service. You can reach me at 417-860-4743 or hit my website, focusfishing.com, where you can either book online or just shoot me an email. Either way, I get back to you as soon as I can. Guys, thanks for watching the video. Again, check out Table Rock Fishing Intel if you haven't done so. Thanks for watching. Can't wait to hear from you. We'll see you on the water.